Hi guys, Matt from footballboots.co.uk, and today we have a massive unboxing. We've got Nike's entire Floodlights pack. We've got adults version, kids versions, different sole plates, and it's a massive release, very bold colourway. So let's get straight into it. We're going to pick out the Hypervenom Phinish, which is actually my own personal boot of choice, alongside the likes of forwards Wayne Rooney, Harry Kane and Gonzalo Higuain. The updated colourway is definitely standout through its obsidian, vivid purple and total crimson visual, which features a gradient effect from heel to toe across its honeycomb Nike skin upper, which transforms the boot from darker shades into brighter tones.
Hi guys, Ian here. You can see that Hypervenom graphic on the side in the orange, and then the purple fades to the blue, both on the sole plate and on the upper.
What's your favourite boot within the new Floodlights pack from Nike Football? Vote in our poll card now.
You can see the orange on the swoosh there, and it has the new upper that's been seen on the Hypervenoms recently, the change from the original Phinish upper.
Next up we have the more speed-themed Mercurial Vapor 11, which is the preferred Nike model for nippy wingers of Raheem Sterling, Eden Hazard, Yannick Carrasco and Douglas Costa. So the Mercurial Vapor 11 features an essentially purple and orange paint job, which Nike label officially as Purple Dynasty, Hyper Grape and Total Orange across that Tajin upper with horizontal ridges, which is guaranteed to make you stand out on the pitch this autumn.
Now, if you guys want to get your hands on any of the top level boots in this pack, then make sure you check out Lovell Soccer via our website. Use the code BLACKORANGE, you're going to get yourself 10% off and anything you want there. You can see the combination of the Purple Dynasty colours with the Hyper Grape on the upper, making those kind of ridges and stand out. You got the orange sock liner there.
For the young pacey players, Nike have also issued the new Floodlights pack treatment onto the Kids Mercurial Vapor 11, which looks very similar to the adults version, however it is constructed with an alternative synthetic upper and leaves absent the hybrid tongue and horizontal ridge technologies.
So as Matt said, because there's no horizontal ridges, it is just a print on the upper. These are very different than you will find in the adult version. They have the same name, but they're really not the same boot. Colors are all the same. That sole plate isn't quite the same. It doesn't have the layered chassis that you find on the adult versions. The kids ones, they are very much designed to look the same, but not perform the same. You've got that orange Mercurial logo there, and on the sole as well, you've got the orange studs and the Nike swoosh.
The boot of choice for Barcelona's midfield trio of Iniesta, Busquets and Turan, which also matches their new third shirt beautifully, is the Magista Opus 2, featuring a Rio teal base coat across its Kangolite upper, however also adds pops of Volt for Nike swoosh branding and final obsidian trim at the hybrid tongue and also on the glass nylon chassis sole plate.
One of the nice things with this version of the Opus is that those pimples on the top, they're a little bit more understated. They're combined into that colour, the Rio teal. They don't stand out and pop out like the ones did on the launch colourway. So you've got the obsidian that is rolling in quite nicely with that Rio teal. It is quite a nice little look. Those sharp pops, you've got the ACC logo in the Volt, Magista sock liner and the Nike swoosh with the Volt 2. You've got rotational traction on the sole plate there, and those studs are standing out in the Volt. Otherwise, you're looking at a firm ground sole plate with the split toe design here. Nice little close up on the pimples, and looking on the other side, pretty good for the Opus this time around.
Aimed at players who prefer the more traditional materials, touch and feel, Nike's Tiempo Legend 6 is a premium K-leather boot which also features modern day technologies, making it ready for the fast-paced game of today, and world-class defenders Gerard Piqué, Raphael Varane and Jerome Boateng will lace up in this model and this new Floodlights pack paint job. Arguably the least attractive within Nike's Floodlight pack, this Tiempo Legend 6 has an almost Nike ideal look to it through a coastal blue base coat and range green heel counter flowing onto the sole plate. We have the SG Pro stud configuration version for those softer pitches. Now it's coming into that time of year, whilst Nike add their swoosh on the side panels in a lighter blue tone. Another one for the youngsters, and it's the Hypervenom Phantom 2 for kids, which features a similar design to the previously seen Phinish model, however of course flaunts a mid-cut dynamic fit collar for young players that want to emulate goal scorers of Robert Lewandowski, Jamie Vardy, Aubameyang and Edinson Cavani. Whilst the majority of the boot poses in obsidian and vivid purple, a greater deal of total crimson is seen compared to the Phinish due to its fly-knit collar raising high above the boot and into the lacing system.
Unfortunately on the kids version, what looks like flywire in the design there is actually just stitching underneath the upper. The upper itself isn't quite the same as the adult's version. It doesn't have that honeycomb use. It is very similar to the Fatale DF instead in the adult range, and not quite the same for the kids here as the adults. Got that Hypervenom graphic on the sides in the orange, and then the purple fades to the blue on the sole.
Already seeing the kids version, it's now time for the adults Hypervenom Phantom 2 to make an appearance, which the aforementioned players will actually be lacing up in, as powerful as ever. Constructed from one of the finest synthetic uppers on the market through its honeycomb Nike skin, the Floodlights Pack Phantom 2 is set to be highly popular through its striking visual and enhancement to performance. We're featuring the AG sole plate variation, which is ideal for use on 3G surfaces, which we plan on making a video on in the coming weeks.
You can see the upper there is again the new version of the upper, and here we are just putting them on feet. They look stunning. You can see that AG sole that we were talking about, very different than the FG version, but specifically designed for modern day astro pitches and artificial grass. It'll be good to test these. You've got the total orange accents on the stud there, and that matches up with the Nike swoosh, and then you've got the design on the top as well. The way the colors blend together is very nice in these. Really quite a stunning release, perhaps my favorite in this pack. Don't forget to vote on your favorite out of all of the boots in Nike's Floodlights pack here today. We've got a few more to show you, including the Superfly, so make sure you stay tuned. You can see that real orange of the collar here, and the way that the Hypervenom collar is set off to the side, which is a little different than you will find on the Superflies. Overall, a really nice boot to look at. Here they are on feet again one more time. You got those graphics on the side and that Nike swoosh in the vivid purple at the back. Very nice release from Nike Football with the Hypervenoms.
Another kids boot to have a look at is the Magista Obra 2, which actually takes inspiration from both the adults Obra 2 and Opus 2 through a combination of a dynamic fit collar and exposed dimples across its synthetic upper. Posing in an elegant colourway of Rio Teal from heel to toe, Obsidian enters the fray to compose a mid-cut dynamic fit collar and the sole plate, whilst Volt swooshes pose boldly on opposing side panel.
Very much the same with these kids ones, is you do not have the flyknit in the upper, which means that it is very much more similar to the Auden DF than in fact the adult Obra 2s. We'll look at those in a second. The sole plate is very similar. It does have that rotational traction. You got the pimples there for the ball control and all those kind of things that Nike are looking to enhance in this position.
Now looking at the adult and elite level Magista Obra 2, the overall colourway is actually slightly different to the kids version and the Opus 2, due to its flyknit construction providing a more prominent heatmake graphic on the touch zones across the upper. The boot of choice for passing maestros of Kevin De Bruyne and Mario Götze also features an almost two-tone effect through added clear jade within the flyknit upper, which continues onto the dynamic fit collar. Ready to be played on 3G surfaces, our pair of Magista Obra 2 within the Floodlight pack have an AG sole plate and stud configurations.
So this sole plate does look very similar to the Astro version of the Hypervenoms that we showed you earlier on. You can see that extra little bit of protection over the toe area just because of the surface you're playing on. Nike changed the upper a little bit just to be reflective of the pitch that they're being worn on. They do look good on feet. You can see that the heat map blends in quite nicely with this upper. It is there, but it isn't as enhanced. And remember, with these ones, they've kind of shaped the collar a little bit differently to fit around your ankle, so that's something new with the Magista 2s. Let us know what you think of that. There's that Volt swoosh on the side, and you've got that Rio Teal and Obsidian trim put together.
So up steps without question Nike's most iconic silo of all time, the Mercurial Superfly in its 5th generation of construction. We're showing the kids version, however we also have the adults to come next. Purple Dynasty and Hyper Grape is used as a combination base coat across its alternative synthetic upper compared to the adult Superfly 5 Flyknit and Nike Skin example, and it also leaves absent innovative speed rib technology in preference of horizontal ridges like on the Vapor 11.
So as Matt says, the speed ribs aren't there, it is more of a print design on the upper of this. The sole plate is very similar. Again, it isn't the nylon layered chassis that you would expect in the adult version, though, similar to those Vapor 11 kids ones we showed you. And it does have the dynamic fit collar, but again, it's not tied in with the flyknit. You can see the swoosh logo on the side there in that orange, Purple Dynasty and the Hyper Grape combined. For the rest of it, it does have that sock part through the middle, but it isn't flowing into the upper as you will find on the adult version.
Finishing the Floodlight pack in stunning fashion is the Adults Mercurial Superfly 5. Matching in colourway to the kids model, however flaunting an even more premium look through its high quality knitted and Nike skin materials used. Equipped with Brio cables, a dynamic fit collar, Flyknit construction and a layered nylon chassis, the Superfly 5 is up there with the very best, and its new paint job perfectly represents its platform for pacey and powerful performances. Worn by the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Alexis Sanchez, Paulo Dybala, Dimitri Payet and Henrik Mkhitaryan, the Floodlights pack Superfly 5 are set to play a huge part on pitch through player representation and visual effect.
As Matt says, you're going to see these everywhere. If you want to get your hands on a pair, don't forget you can get 10% off at Lovell Soccer thanks to our exclusive code BLACKORANGE. Go to our website, follow the links, choose what you want, get your discount on the high-end boots. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to have a whole bunch more videos coming up soon, including a massive Stellar Pack unboxing, so that'll be on the channel. Enjoy your football.
Cheers.